Hello everybody, it's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is 1 o'clock on Thursday, which means it is time for a Facebook video. So let me just do a quick refresh over here to be sure that I'm actually, doing something and not just talking to myself, because that's embarrassing, a little bit embarrassing. Okay, looks like I'm out on the web. Good, that's a good thing. All right, I hope you guys are having a good week and getting ready for Christmas. It occurred to me I really ought to start cooking. If I'm going to bake things for this year, I probably really ought to, do it. So before I go to the kitchen and start that, I thought I would share this cute little card. I had a request to make a card with the new Playing in the Rain bundle, which is part of the Rain and Shine suite in the new catalog coming out in January. Hey, Rosie. Hi, Faith. Hi, Nancy. Appreciate you guys coming. So I decided to do that because it is adorable, and it's got a couple of features about it that I want to show you that I love. And I also stole a sentiment from the Sentimental Park. So this is all Playing in the Rain and Rain or Shine. And then this lone sentiment I pulled from the new Sentimental Park, which is a great sentiment set. It's photopolymer, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But for this time, I only used the sentiment out of it. All right, so this is the card. You can see from the top view that it's an accordion something or who's it? I don't know. Accordion front pop-up fold. Let's go with that. But it does show a couple of things that I really love. The DSP in this set, the Rain or Shine DSP, is just spectacular. I really, really love when DSP lets you cut out images, and this one certainly does that. This little turtle is from a piece of DSP. This adorable bunny is from a piece of DSP. And these clouds are from DSP. Well, you got to turn it this way, Mary. Are from DSP. Trust me when I tell... Oh, they didn't come that way. They didn't come that way. Sorry. They came at the top of the DSP that I used there. And so really all I did was I just cut it about here, and I used this center portion for my card. All right, because I wanted that pretty flower meadow. Hey, Janice. Hi, Marva. Hi, Carol. Yes, Faith, it is a beautiful, beautiful bundle. So anyway, hang on. Be cognizant of where these three image ones are. The other side has just one of these. So if you cut your 12 by 12 in half, you're going to get two sets of three on one side and one set of three on the other. So just be paying attention to that and cut it the way you need it. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is not a very difficult card, and it does fit in an A2 envelope. I will tell you, it is for certain sure 1,000,000,000,000,000% going to take extra postage because it's a thick baby. It's a thick one. Just saying. All right. Here we go. Hopefully I can make this without borking it up. The prototype I made, I borked. I had to start over. Okay. So let me put this out of the way. We're going to start. I've used Flirty Flamingo as my base. And so let's pull that out. And then the pop-up portion is the same color as the card base. All right. So here is the meat and potatoes of this. This is 5.5 deep by 11 wide. All right. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to score at 4 inches. I'm going to turn that, okay, 4 inches, 5 3/4, 7 1/2. So just be sure that's what I want. Yep. And 9 1/4. So if you're doing the math with me, you have a 4-inch panel, and then you have 3 1 3/4 inch panels, or 4 1 3/4 inch panels, okay? The second piece is our pop-up. And this one is 4.5 tall by 6 wide, and I'm just going to score it at the 3-inch mark, so in half. And that is all that we need. Hey, Barbara. Thank you, Kay. Hello. To create this, what we're going to do is we're going to start by folding as a valley at the 4-inch. And then the subsequent folds are all opposite that. Okay, so the next one, which would be at 5 3/4, is a mountain. And then the next one at 7 1/2 is a valley. And then the final one, which is at 9 1/4, is another mountain. Okay, and you want to take the time it takes to make sure everything is straight and give it a good burnish. And there you have your card. Pretty easy. This one is real simple. Let's fold it in half. Let's go with fold it in half. How about that? Okay. So this is really, this part right here is kind of straightforward as far as decorating it. So let's go ahead and decorate the real portion here. And like I told you, I have cut just a piece of the of that one DSP in half. So what I did is I first cut a piece that is 4 1/4 inches tall, and then it is each of these panels is 2 3/4. So I just cut it in half, and when you put them together, you can see that the design continues. If you're using a non, thingy-doos-it, that's a technical term. I'll need y'all to join Stampin' Up! To be sure you can use it. Otherwise, please don't. It's a copyrighted term. No, I'm kidding. If you are using a pattern that isn't like a little scene like this one is, then I wouldn't worry so much about it unless that makes you happy. All right, so I'm using liquid glue. I'll use some Stampin' Seal later, but I like to play, when I have these kinds of fun folds, I like to use liquid glue just so I get a little bit of extra squiggly wiggly room. And that'll be really important on my DSP panels that are matted, because they are pretty close tolerance. I used a little bigger card mat than I had used before. Okay, so you can see I'm continuing my pattern. I'll just go ahead and adhere this. Now, don't be afraid. I did use a few dimensionals on this. Not many, because, yeah, it's already like 6 or 7 inches thick. I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating a little bit. I mean, it's thick. There's no doubt. Once you get all those layers folded up to put it in the envelope, it's pretty thick. But it does fit. And it's so worth it. I'm just saying. Okay, now, I think what we'll do here, I'm just going to show you how this works. This is going to lay out like so, and then it's going to adhere on the front panel and the fourth panel. And then when you close up the fun fold, let me see, let me get it to go. Oh, it's a little hard to do that like that. So never mind, I won't show you that right now. You can't see it now. No, you can't. Sorry, no. Alrighty, let's do a little decorating. I've got some things already cut out to decorate with. Now this little guy, I used a different color bunny. There's a yellow and white and a brown bunny that you can cut all with the same die. And then I cut some clouds. I love the clouds. I would love this paper if only for the clouds, because they're beautiful. Can you see that they're kind of a shiny embossed image? Yeah. We're going to use some dimensionals on those because clouds need to be popped up. They just do. And then we have the Playing in the Rain sentiment that I cut with the second from largest, or from smallest, Stylish Shapes circle. And then we have this adorable little turtle right here and another piece of the DSP. Okay, so let's go ahead and decorate. First off, I'm going to take a piece of Balmy Blue and White. This is, God, I can always just, it's variegated ribbon. It's a 1/2 inch wide. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to double up a little bit like that. And use a little piece of baker's twine. And we have some new baker's twine. Hey, Lynn. This is the 3 twine combo pack. And so this is garden green twine. And I'm just going to cut a length off and tie it around that fold. I guess I could just cut this. Why don't you make it easy on yourself, Mary, instead of hard? I like hard. What can I say? All right. I'm going to cut that the opposite direction. Okay. Now, to do this, all I did is I just laid it down like so, doubled over. And if you wanted, you could stick a glue dot in there, but I don't think you need to. It lays down pretty good. And then we're going to slide this under. Now here, I've talked about surgeon's knots before. A surgeon knot, this is a regular overhand knot right here, where it's just an overhand tie. You go one, down, and through. But it will help you if you do that one more time. So take this end and go back through like so. That way when you pull it down, it stays where you put it. Otherwise, you have to have another finger. So see how it just stays where I want it instead of undoing? And I want it kind of up near the top. And I'm not going to pull it super tight, but just about that tight right there. I'm going to pull it forward a little bit like so, and then just tie a little bow. Like a shoe. All right, and then we can fiddle with it a little bit and make it pretty. Pretty. I love this twine. Oh, Lynn, I'm so sorry you have the flu, but I'm glad you get to watch the video. I'm glad you're here with us, and maybe it'll make you feel a little better too. All right, so this is going to go right about here. I can already see I need to cut a little bit off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That was like the most upright angled cut ever on the planet. And then this one I'm going to cut the other direction. Like so. And I'm going to use a little piece of Stampin' Seal to adhere that, and a glue dot on the back side of this ribbon. Okay? I know, the daisy paper is gorgeous. This paper there is not an ugly pattern in the whole paper, and that really isn't, I mean, we do a good job with our paper, but it isn't always true that every piece of paper is beautiful, but in this case, it really is. All right. So I'm just going to set that right there, and it's adhered with the glue dot and with the Stampin' Seal. And then I have this little strip of the paper, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue to adhere that, like so. Okay, and it's okay for, sure. Let's just have it be silly. Okay, there we go. Stop. Stay right there. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 77, 1,000. Okay. And then I'm also going to adhere my sentiment with liquid glue. Normally I'd probably pull out a dimensional, but I'm being just a little bit cognizant of thickness. Not very, let's be real. I'm really not being terribly cognizant of thickness. And then Mr. Turtleman is also with liquid glue. And I'm putting him so that he kind of embraces that. And before I let him dry, I want to be sure that he will stay within the confines of my card base. And he will. Okay, so that's really kind of your only litmus right there. Be sure that he is not sticking out on the side of, over the edge of your card base. And he is not. All right. And then we can add some clouds. I love these clouds because these clouds are clouds like you'd see on a clear day, right? On a not scary weather day. You can stamp the clouds from the Playing in the Rain set and color them with some smoky slate or, you know, whatever, and you would then get some stormy clouds. Seal? That's weird. What? I don't know what's weird. Explain what is weird, and I will try to explain what is not weird. I don't know what is weird. All right. And then this little guy is going to be popped on with a dimensional. Whoops. There we go. Like a shoe. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Couple on with liquid glue, and then one popped up. I see skies of blue. And then this little guy's going to pop up. Pop up. We're going to pop him up, pop him up, pop him up. And then this little dude is going to be pretty much done. Before we get done, I am going to add some of those little daisy guys, but not quite yet. Okay, so let's set him aside and we'll do a little decoration over here. How about? So I have 4 pieces of balmy blue matting and some of the rainy paper from the Rain or Shine. And what I did basically is I just alternated them like so. And I will tell you that there is an up and down on this paper, because unless you're in upside down world, raindrops raindrop like that. They don't raindrop the other way around. Yes, that is correct. I do tend to go that way, but sometimes I've been trying to train myself to use the tape runner more, because I don't know why, but it's good adhesive. I like it, and it's just so it was out of my cross check for a long time, and so I'm trying to, you know, expand my adhesive horizons. So I've just matted each of these on their balmy blue pieces of cardstock. I guess I'll get rid of that. And then I'm just going to go along and adhere them to the panels. Now, I'm going to show you something here in just a second, and this is part of why I wouldn't use the tape runner for this piece in particular. The tape runner is good enough that you kind of have to be careful sticking it down, right? Because it adheres. It's not messing around, it adheres. The liquid glue gives you a little bit of room. You can see that my tolerance, the mat is really barely smaller than the panel. So with this tape runner, I might not have enough time to make sure everything was straight and lined up. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate that. And we'll be sure we're doing our alternating here. I don't know if you saw this, if you can see the shininess of these 2 papers. Can you see the raindrops? This is beautiful paper. I really love it. What is so fun about it is that the whole set is really kind of whimsical, but it's also beautiful. We don't always get that exactly right. You know, sometimes things are just a little too whimsical, and it's hard for them to be pretty. They're just more fun than pretty, but this is not at all like that. This is gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And the turtle is too cute. He's just too cute. Wait, I got to show you another turtle that's in here. Where are you, turtle? Here's the other turtle. I just think he's so cute. Look at him peeking around underneath that umbrella. He's adorable. Now, just so you know, even if there's not a die, these are very fussy cuttable images. I mean, really fussy cuttable, but I'm going to see. I don't think that one is going to work. No, no, it won't work. Darn it. That would be fun, but this would be pretty easy to fussy cut. So don't discount these guys that don't have dies. Look at the pig. He's adorable. Okay, sorry. Bunny. I got bunnied. I saw a bunny. I saw a bunny. All right. Did you guys, I just wanted to, if any of you are waiting on orders, we did get a notice from Stampin' Up! That they are a little bit swamped. So the picking times, the times from between when you place your order and when something ships is a little longer than usual. So I appear to have gotten everything but that piece of DSP. So let me get a piece of DSP there. Be hanging on. So I need 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. By 3 3/4, and hopefully I can find it. Hanging on. There we go. Okay. Of course, I forgot. As soon as I said it, I forgot it. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Alrighty, 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I was so certain that I had cut everything, and I was obviously so wrong. She was so wrong for so long. Okay. And again, remember, this has an up and down, and it's currently wrong side down, right side up, wrong side down. There we go. Make sure we put that on. And this is just a full-size piece in the back. And then we'll make our sentiment. Alrighty. Again, the tolerances are very tight. But on fun folds, for some reason, I like a less border around the mat. I don't know why. You can't tell me why, because I don't even know why. Now, for our sentiment, what we're going to do is, I mentioned that I've used a sentiment from Sentimental Park. Yeah, say that 2 or 3 times fast. I'm using Let's Celebrate, and I'm going to stamp it on that piece of basic white in Flirty Flamingo. But without that, I almost got that dimensional cover. Okay, so we're just going to center him right there, like so. And then, in Old Olive, I'm going to stamp this cute little flowery image from Playing in the Rain. We're going to go right down here in the corner. Is that not so cute? You know what? Let's show everybody how efficient I am, and we'll stamp the envelope as well on the front corner. There we go. Gosh, did you see that? Thanks, Rosie. Appreciate you. All right, we'll set that aside, and then I'm going to use my some Stampin' Right markers to color these. We'll go with Flirty Flamingo for the flower petals. I have white and mango on the front panel with the DSP, but I thought it would be fun to have some. I choose to call these zinnias. I've decided they are zinnias. These are zinnias. Maybe the ones on the front are daisies, but these are decidedly zinnias. Because I don't think I've ever seen pink daisies except in the fake flower section of Michael's. And I don't think they're real. And if you have a picture of a real daisy that is pink, I still won't believe it. Okay, and then I'm using Mango Melody for the little centers, like so. And I guess I could just color, well, I'll color those later. We'll color those in a minute. And then I'm going to use my Old Olive. It's been delivered today and it isn't here. I think it's been stolen. Oh dear. Well, keep an eye on it. I'm not going to say the post office has ever done this, especially if it's a SurePost. But I have had them say they've delivered something, but they didn't until the next day. Just saying. But, you know, we've had problems. Our FedEx guy, all of a sudden, he must be new, has started leaving ours at the base of our mailbox, which is 1/3 of a mile from our house, where we cannot even sort of see it. So that is very annoying. A yellow poinsettia, how cool. I wonder what they have to do to make them yellow, because I don't think, well, maybe it's natural. I don't know. That's cool, though. I bet it's pretty. All right, so we're just matting that. Now, let's put the, before we put that in the back, we're going to put our pop-up on the card, okay? And we're doing that because we want it to cover the back, and so it would help us if it was there. So here's my suggestion. You see I have turned it so that the accordions are towards me. I'm using liquid glue. And I'm just putting a line of liquid glue right on the edge, okay? And then you should be sure it's right side up. So this is up, okay? This is up. You're just gonna lay that flat. And I like to do it this way because it lets me center everything up. So I'm just centering side to side, which is top to bottom, and top to bottom. All right? And then just use your fingers to hold it down. And give it the time it takes. Oh, that's good to know, Carol. Maybe Joan will get lucky. Everybody, fingers crossed that she still has her package coming. All right, so there we go. And now you can see that it just folds very simply like so. All right, and nothing is sticking out past the card base, so we did it, you guys! Now, to adhere this, we're just going to put a little liquid glue on the back. And I know it's roughly centered, right? But I am going to make sure, because I really, really actually want it to be hidden. I want it to be, no kidding, hidden. So I'm going to slide it just a little bit. Again, why do I use liquid glue? So I can do that right there. Make sure it's straight and hidden. And it is both of those things, except it's a little bit not hidden that direction. There we go. There we go. Not hidden. Now I can take Mr. Rabbit, Mr. Bunny. Thanks, guys. And we can put him. Now here's the thing. This kind of boggled my brain. I was like, oh, I don't want him down here because I don't want you to be able to see him when the card is closed. But it's weird because you can't see him with the card closed, even though he's outside of that thing, just because of the way the card is made. Okay, so, you know, don't get hit and just believe that it's true. But is he not cute? Look at that little guy. He's going to step on that flower right there. And then when you close him up, you can't see him at all. So he is a shock and awe when you open him back up. All right, now we're going to add the, and you don't have to add these if you don't want, but these little loose daisy guys, I've been wanting to use them since I saw them in Jacksonville. Okay, so I'm using them, and I don't care if you don't think they need it, because I think they need it. I will also tell you that even though I am a dyed-in-the-wool reverse tweezer lady, you're going to want the putty end of your take-a-pick tool to play with these little boogers. And all you got to do is just pick one up and put a little dab of liquid glue. And you can't talk while you do it. It's not physically possible. Just a little dab of liquid glue, and then you can put them wherever you want them. And I'm using all yellow because it seems like the right thing to do. Little dab and stick. Dab and stick, dab and stick. Not white. You have to go back where you were. Okay. Wait, I still can't talk. I can't talk and do that. I don't know why. That's weird. I literally could not speak right then. I literally could not speak while I was trying to put that liquid glue on there. And I did use the word literally correctly. I saw a funny thing on Facebook today. It was Santa, and it said, I've seen all of your Facebook posts, and most of you are getting a dictionary for Christmas. I thought that was pretty good. All right, so let's see. I think that's enough there, but let's put one on the sentiment on the front, shall we? Because we have them, and they're so stinking cute. What I love about these, in addition to their stinking cuteness, is they're stinking flat. Now, I am certain that these are designed to be in shaker cards, but that's just not my role. So I will make a shaker card with them, but for right now, I'm just adhering them with joyous abandon on my card. And that is, this does not work. That is not how it works, okay? I'm just saying. Okie dokie. So there's our card. We'll let that set for just a second so that those little guys can dry. And then we'll color up our flowers and put a little DSP on the envelope flap. And we'll be done. I love this little image. Okay, I know it. I've said it a billion times now. I love this set. I love this set. I do. I really do. I love the whole set. There's not anything in it that I don't love. Just saying. And I have not even scratched the surface of the dies that are in the bundled die set. Have any of you gotten your catalogs yet? I'm getting some emails from folks that are getting them, so that is really good. Again, with my Mango Melody centers and our old olive lifts. Now, we have multiple options to put on the envelope flap for this card, and I have used the lighter blue. Okay. You know what? I should put this lid on before I have daisies everywhere. Just saying, everywhere. And let's see, this does have an up and a down, so I'm going to try to put it up with the up, down, and the down, up. I know, the kite is so stinking cute, Tara. I love it that it's a two-piece thing, so you can make it pretty with just a die cut. It's perfect. This is really, Stampin' Up! Really went above and beyond on this one. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Here we go. And we'll get a quick fussy cut of this. Well, yeah. Hopefully you'll get it soon. That poor lame mule is making his way across the country. All right, and there we go. So there is our accordion pop-up card with the Rain or Shine suite and the Playing in the Rain bundle where we get the die cuts and the sentiment. And then, of course, I have the Sentimental Park sentiment on the inside. So I hope y'all like this, and we'll give it a try. And I appreciate you spending part of your week with me. I hope I'll see you on Saturday at 7 p.m. for a YouTube. And we'll see what I've got up my sleeve then. Thanks so much, y'all. See ya. Ta.